Hello and welcome to a new video on my channel. My name is Maike and I'm coming to you from Germany. I'm a bit in the mood of a hibernation or something like that because winter is not, the dark season is not really my time, and so I'm happy that I can find something to do to overcome this blues, this melancholy mood. I don't know how to say. Okay, today I want to show you my finished mystery knit along, the Go Go Dynamo by Stephen West. And here it is, my Go Go Dynamo Shawl. As you can see, I hope you can see it, it is very, very big. I really like it very much. I need a good profile, a thumbnail. Hope I can do a thumbnail from this part of the video. Okay. And now I try to show you the knitting again, because I modified from the first clue some parts of the shawl, because this pattern is for me as an artist very inspiring, because I always wanted to play with the colors. There are only two colors. Okay, there are from the beginning two colors, the main color and the contrast color. I choose to change these colors sometimes because in the first clue we had to do this 3 semicircles and 3, and the third is here in the middle. As I saw that I had to knit 3 semicircles in the same way, I suddenly thought, a little bit boring, but maybe I can change in one of them the colors. And so I did. And it went out good, because I think it's nice to have this in the middle, and in the other sides there are these ones. And I thought maybe in another part of the shawl I could do the same, because it could be a little bit more action, or yes, I love it when it goes wild sometimes. In the second clue I choose the brioche. We had to decide if we want to do a brioche part or the colors in this look brighter than in normal light. It's not so bright. This is not so bright. It's a little bit darker, but that are the cameras. They are shining bright today. Okay, what I wanted to say. Okay, in the second clue we had to decide if we wanted to knit a brioche part, which I did because I love to knit brioche, and also to make a mohair there. And I used this suri alpaca instead of the mohair, and I also changed the colors. This is the first mohair, this is the first brioche with the mohair there, and this is the second. And in this part I had the darker color, and this part I had the brighter color. And also this 3 bubble, I had to hold it here, I think. Also this 3 bubble parts, normally it was all the same, and in this one I also changed the main and the contrast color to have another modification. And then we had the third clue with the triangle part and an I-cord. Also in this triangle part, in this third clue, I used Mohair, and here I used my glow hair combined with a bright color, and makes all this and makes it all a little bit brighter. And in my stash I had this Mohair yarn, and I combined it, I had it together with the darker color, so that this also is a fluffy, and yeah, the color is right the same, and it's always a fluffy part, so a very, very smooth fluffy part, so I like it very much. And then we had clue 4, and in the first part of clue 4 we had to finish the upper part of the shawl, this one. We had to knit, we had to pick up stitches from the semicircle part, and then there came this little bubble part with little bubble stripes and with another triangle. And in this part I also changed another time the main and the main color and the contrast color. In this part I chose the main color is the tangerine, the brighter color, and I decided to add another new yarn, but not a new color, because I had this little leftover from my sweater I knitted before, and it's the same color as a Suri alpaca, so I decided to add this color as a contrast color in this part, because I think it looked very nice to have here, to have also here a little bit more changing. And then in this part with this little triangles, it's not so good to see, I think. This is a triangle and this is a I cannot hold this. And in this part with the little triangles, you can see this is a triangle and also this is a triangle. It's called triangle part. I also changed again the colors. Here is the flush, the darker, the main color, and another part here, a little triangle. I shot the tangerine, the brighter is the main color, and in between there was another part with this little bubble stripes, and in this part I chose the main color is the darker, the flush, called flush, and the normal the normal contrast color is the brighter. And in this little part at the beginning or at the end, another time I choose the brighter color as the main color and the new yarn as the contrast color. So it changed a lot, but I think it's very interesting and it's a good colorway for me. I like it very much. And okay, and then I knitted the extra border. I had to pick up from this I-cord edge. Oh, it is so big, I had really problems to hold it all the time here to show these things. For the new edge, we had to pick up stitches from the I-cord, from the triangle border, and then this is a wave pattern. This is a little wave pattern, and in this part I spontaneously chose some other colors, some leftovers, because I wanted quite colored and quite colorful, and I started with a brighter yarn. Then I made a stripe with a wavy stripes, genau. In these wavy stripes, I started with the brighter main or contrast color, however. Then I made a stripe with the Zuri alpaca. Then I made a stripe with this lighter pink yarn. It is a leftover from my bubble bandana shawl which I made before. I showed it in a previous video. And then I made another stripe with the other contrast or make color and the brighter color. Then I made a stripe with this color. Then I made a stripe with another mohair yarn I had in my stash, and this one. I think it fitted very nice in this part to have an extra bright color again. And yes, and then I finished it with 2 stripes or 3 stripes from my main and contrast color and made the I-cord in the brighter contrast color. This is my Go Go Dynamo style. It's my own style. But when I started changing, I couldn't stop it, and so it became my own style. I think it's my TOV style, I would say. For those who didn't know me or something about me, I told it in one video, I think. I'm also an artist, and for now 25 years I have an artist name. It came to me by chance, and it's another story. Maybe I talk about sometimes in an art video about this, but I choose this name and it's Theory, it's my channel name. And so when I did something very special, I always said it's my Theory style. This pattern by Stephen West for me is such an inspiring thing that I could do my own style in this wonderful pattern, and the yarn is so nice and so soft that I always love this shawl. I think this would be my favorite shawl for this winter because it's quite cold outside now. For the most time in November we had not so much winter weather, if I could say so, but this year it's colder than I think we had it the last years. It's cold, and so it's nice to have such a warming and lovely garment for the winter, and I can put it on. Oh, it's really big. Now, it's not, I think this is not really the way I would wear it. Maybe I could wear it this way, but it's very, very big for this. And in this way, you cannot see all the nice pattern parts. Okay. For one time I wear it this way, but I think most of the time I will wear it on my shoulders and wrap it up so that it can be the warmest thing I ever had. Yeah, that's good. And also so everyone can see more of the pattern, I think. And it's so nice and so warm, and yes, so I like it more. Okay, enough of the Go Go Dynamo. And I have a little finished object, another little finished object. My first sock is finished from this wool, I think. In the first Go Go Dynamo video I showed you that I started to knit a sock because the first clue was finished so fast that I had a little bit time to do some other things. And yes, it's okay. I think it's Meilenweit Wolle, Lana Grossa Meilenweit. I don't know. I don't have the what is it called, the label. I don't have the label right now. I like the color, but the yarn is not so really nice to knit. I don't know. It's okay. I knitted it on a 2.5 millimeter needles, and maybe I had to do it with a 2.25, but I haven't one. And most of the time I knit the socks on the 2.5 millimeter needles, and it's okay for me, but it's also okay. I made a shadow wrap heel and it looks not so even as it could be. Yes, it looks not so even as it could be, but it's okay. I had to knit the second, and I think I will do it as soon as possible, because so I can choose the socks for my feet. And yes, and then I started another project, because at the moment I have no other plans for now, but I have plans for the future. And I got a present from one of my online yarn shops. To my birthday, they sent me a code to save 15 euros for my next order when I choose to buy yarn for a sweater or something like that. But this code was only valid for 3 weeks or so, about 3 weeks, and then it's over. Firstly, I thought I couldn't use it because I don't want to knit anything else at the moment, or don't buy so much wool at the moment. But then I realized that there's Christmas in a few weeks, and I could make a sweater for my son. I've knitted a lot of things the last years for him, and he liked it very much, and so it would be a nice idea to knit another simple sweater for him. And I found a basic sweater, and so I found the pattern by Joji Locatelli, a basic Raglan pullover. Say yes, a basic Raglan pullover, very easy pattern, this one, and I only had to modify a little bit because it's a pattern for a woman, and I had a tiny little bit to modify for the men's version. And I bought the yarn and could use this coat. That was very nice. I bought this yarn. It's Lana Grossa Alpina Landhauswolle. It's 8% wool and 20% polyamide, and it has 210 meters at 100 gram. So it's a DK weight. I started the sweater. It is a stockinette pattern, a Raglan top-down stockinette pattern with a little edge, a little ribbing, and some short rows in the back. And yes, I think this would be a nice sweater for him as a gift to Christmas. And then there is one plan, there's one project I wanted to knit in winter, because Mr. Stephen West has also this year a Hyper knit along. It is not a mystery knit along, it's only a knit along, and it started on the 26th of December, right after Christmas. I have done this one time 2 years ago, the Hyper Knit Along. I think it was called Aurora Cabin Shawl. It was very nice, a very nice pattern, and I loved it very much. And last year I decided not to take part at the Hyper Knit Along because the pattern was not really my style, and I think I had other things to knit at that time. Yes, I think I had another pattern. I don't know. Yes, I had. I think I don't stop knitting, but I knitted other things. And this year I saw what he created as a new pattern, and I fell in love. I fell in love immediately because it is a mostly lace pattern. I haven't done this for a longer time, and I really like to make another shawl in this pattern. And I also ordered the yarn yesterday or the day before, I don't know, because it's very nice, and also they have a lot of kits for this Hyper Knit Along, but he showed some pieces he had made in a pink version and in a blue-green version, and the blue-green version is for me this time the better. I have knitted so much pink and violet and lilac things the last time that I want to do something in another color and in another colorway. And he also knitted this in the same yarn I used for the MKAL, because it is the Life and the Long Grass yarn, and I fell also in love with this yarn because it's so good to knit, and yes, I love it. I have printed this shawl. This is the shawl, and it looks very nice. I think very nice. It would be a lot of knitting, I can say, or yes, because it's also a big shawl, but I really love this lace pattern. And yeah, this is my next bigger project in the winter, in the end of December and January, I think. And yes, that's it for today. Maybe I will make another video in December with my crochet things. I have also some crochet pieces, not really garments, but other things, and I thought about to make a video about this. Let's see if I could do it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and bye bye. I think most of the time I will. Oh, I'm so tired. Let me tell you, I take a short break from my hibernation to show you my finished Go Go Dynamo Shawl, the mystery knit along by Stephen West. And here it is. Okay, bye bye.